What's going on, Faith Builders? Today I want to talk to you about some new exciting initiative. We're calling it the September 6th. And, my birthday is in August. And so last year what I did was in September, I set my goals for, the next year. So all of my goals from last year are coming due basically this month. It's about mid-September right now. But something that I did last September, I'm big on journaling. I've been journaling since February 2022, which was last year, and just diligently every day. And something that I did last September was I set 6 things that I was going to change. So I made 6 changes last year that became, part of my new identity, right? And, I was very diligent to execute on those 6 changes. And, it took some time, it took a long time for me to really get into those habits and stuff. But so I'm going to share with you what those 6 changes were and the effect that they had on my life. So 6 changes that I made 1 year ago. I started to go to bed earlier. And the reason I was doing that was so that I could do number 2, which was get up at 4:45. Now, I don't get up at 4:45 every day. Usually though, I get up around 5. My first alarm goes off at 4:45 and I have a secondary alarm, at 5. So sometimes I'll hit that 4:45 and go back to sleep for like 15 minutes, but pretty much every day, 4:45, 5 o'clock or so. Number 3 was I was going to start going to the gym. I had been going to the gym, but wanted to be more consistent. Number 4 was to eat right, and still working on overcoming that, but eating right is kind of relative. So I just wanted to be mindful about my diet. So number 5 was make sales calls. The only way that I'm going to close deals is if I'm making sales calls and stuff like that. So that was number 5. Start making more sales calls. And then number 6 was to write Bible studies. Now, I just started the Faith Builders group. Maybe it'd been 3-4 months since I had started it. So I was writing the Bible studies for the group, and obviously personal devotions and stuff. But so those were the 6 changes that I made a year ago. And what I'd like to do is share with you what happened in my business as a result of those 6 changes. So my sales in September 2022 were $7,822. So that was everything that we did. That was the end of the month, how many jobs we closed, like how much money we brought in for the month of September, $7,822. Now, this year in September, we're in the middle of the month right now. We're not, finalized on everything yet, but as far as everything that we have scheduled, if everything closes, everything gets produced and the payments are made and everything on time, we're going to be at about $72,000 for this month. So as you can see, that's a 10x. Like that is 10 times what we did last September. And that would be that's the goal for me now, to maintain that pace of, on a monthly basis. But those 6 things are what contributed to me being able to have that amount of growth. Now, obviously, it was the Lord giving me the word of wisdom on those changes that I needed to make. But it was also up to me to make those changes and to start doing those things. And, obviously it's not anything that I did. It's obviously the Lord that was working through me, that was empowering me to be able to have that favor and, the discernment of where to be spending my time. And, I give him all the credit for everything. It's not anything that I did in my own strength. It wasn't anything that I did because I was so smart or anything. It's all because of, the Lord working through me and using me, to be able to show you guys, how making 6 small adjustments can impact your life in a major way. So now it's this year, and I'm looking at making 6 more changes, and I think, I want to start doing this, and I want to encourage you guys to do it as well. So I'm calling this challenge the September 6th. September of next year, we're going to look back at the changes that we made, and it took me about the year to get them fully integrated to where they're automatic, to where it's like a habit. I'm consciously thinking about everything that I'm eating, and I'm tracking it. I automatically go to bed earlier because I get up early every day. So these habits have become, just like I said, habits. They're part of my identity now, who I am. So I'm looking at the 6 changes I'm going to make this year, and I'll share them with you today so we can look back on them in a year and see the impact that they have. So the first one is to plan tomorrow today. What that means is, at the end of the day, I'm going to plan out what I'm going to do the following day. I think this is great practice, and looking forward to getting that going. I've actually already started it. Number 2 is to delegate. We're only as strong as our team, and we're limited by our own capacity as far as the things that we can do with our own 2 hands. When I started my business, I did all the work, and I had a couple of people that I would hire to come and be helpers, but I quickly realized that I couldn't scale beyond what I could produce on my own. And I run a painting company, and I'm just not a great painter. So I was slow, I was too detail oriented, so I would just take too long just trying to make everything perfect. So I realized that I needed to have a team, and I needed to start delegating some of that work. And now, as I've risen up to kind of another level in the business, I've been able to delegate even further down, but there's still a lot of things that I'm doing that are not the best use of my time. So I need to delegate those things out to other people, and it's a pride thing. You gotta let go of the control. If you're a business owner, you have to realize that if somebody can do something 80% as good as you are, then that's a great hire. You're gonna kiss a lot of frogs along the way. If somebody's you're not going to find anybody if you don't try people out, so, and the first person that you try out is probably not going to be the long-term fix. But as you go through the process of delegating out to different people and assigning different people in roles and stuff, you'll find out what you're looking for and what you're not looking for, and the red flags along the way, and you'll be refined in your process of training them. So the more people that you bring on and that you train and that you churn through, you'll realize how you want things to be done and how you need to teach people and stuff, and you'll be developed as a leader in that process. Number 3 was to give more. I haven't been given at the level that I was given last year, and dude, I gotta get it up. Like, I gotta get my giving up. I gotta be I have something on my computer that says, give like you're losing your effing mind. So I just want to encourage you guys on that, but that's for me right there, that I'm one of my big September 6th is to give more. And number 4 is to pay myself first. I've been just a terrible boss to myself, because I give all of my money to the business to keep it going and stuff, which is it's just a telltale sign of poor financial management for the business and stuff. Like I tell myself that, I'm just reinvesting in the business, but realistically I'm just not being mindful of the finances, and I'm not taking care of myself. And if the business went under tomorrow, I wouldn't really have anything to show for it if I wasn't paying myself. So that's one of my big pushes, is that I'm going to start paying myself just like I pay everybody else. Number 5 is to post every day, and so I want to start posting on the Faith Builders every day across my business's social media platforms. I want to start really cultivating an audience on those platforms and stuff. So just posting every day, posting something somewhere. And then number 6 is just to get organized, and I like to think of myself as, very detail oriented, analytical type of person. But I need to be way more organized. I live my life by my Google Calendar, but there's still, a certain element of organization. There's a lot of ground that can be covered in there. So that's what my number 6 is. So September 6th, that's the challenge. A year from now, we're going to be looking at, okay, what changes, was I able to implement those things? Was I consistent? What changes happened in my personal life and in my business and stuff? Aside from the business, the Faith Builders group has grown, by 10x as well. We started with about 4 or 5 members, and now we have 40 or 50, between the Facebook groups and the numerous group chats. We have grown exponentially in that department as well, and I'm looking for another huge growth spurt in this coming year and stuff. So guys, I want to know, let me know either in the comments or just through the group text channel or the Discord or the Facebook group, like anywhere. Just let us know what your 6 changes are going to be, and let us hold you accountable. Let us hold you accountable for those, because I know that there is greatness inside of each and every one of you, and all things are possible through Christ's strength. So let's just get in there and let's get it done.